Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe to this channel right now, to my super chat. I cannot do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to talk about Elon Musk, Twitter, our economy descending into just collapsing before our very eyes, the geopolitical nightmare in Europe, all the wonderful things taking place during President Mashed Potato Brain's run at governing this great country, your super chat is greatly appreciated. Let's see. Elon Musk hints at layoffs in first meeting with Twitter employees, BBC.com, The Verge. Elon Musk hints that layoffs are in Twitter's future. Business Insider, Elon Musk hints at possible layoffs to improve Twitter's finances. Forbes, Musk tells Twitter staff exceptional employees can work. What is this? Okay, he wants people to work. Exceptional employees can work from home. Hints at layoffs. Basically telling the entire company that he wants everybody working at the office. India Today. Elon Musk hints at layoffs speaking to Twitter employees. So this is everywhere. And you look, Elon Musk hints at layoffs in first meeting with Twitter employees, BBC. Multi-billionaire Elon Musk in a meeting with Twitter employees hinted at potential job cuts if his $44 billion takeover bid for the social media company is successful. Now, JG, hello. I agree, JG, hello. American Girl, hello. Eric, hello. Everybody here, hello. Okay, so you have a situation where Elon Musk, he doesn't play. The man does not play, okay? He doesn't play, okay? He's not playing around. He doesn't care about your feelings. I don't know if he really cares so much about money as whatever goal or objective or business ideal or objective or goal or, destination he wants to accomplish. SpaceX fires at least 5 who were critical letter. This generation of workers, there's a certain amount, you don't want to be taken advantage of. But when I was working at corporations, I would never write a letter saying how terrible the boss is or the CEO. I wouldn't be there long. I don't understand this mentality. I guess people are just ready to leave anyway, so they wrote the letter. It doesn't make much sense, though. Even if you don't like the company, what you do is you then apply while you're working at the company. You apply to other companies, see if there are any better job opportunities for you. But you don't go ahead and write letters critical. So, and all this, you have Twitter employees upset with Elon Musk. Okay, well, if you have you're working for a corporation. Okay? You're working for a corporation. You can start a YouTube channel like I did, and so you have to but it's tough. I have to do, it's actually a dream, but I do at least 4 segments a day on this channel. Today it was 2 live streams, but you have to, I still want to build my H.A. Goodman's other channel, the Stock Market Crash channel. And that's tough to do. So I do at least 3, on average, 4 segments a day on this channel. And so, but I didn't join a group of, I didn't join a conglomerate or a YouTube, a group of YouTubers, and get subs that way. Each sub I got was because of hard work and because of people like you watching this channel. So, but I have to abide by YouTube guidelines and protocol. I can't just write a letter saying I don't like, but my point is, JG, Angela, hello, everybody here. Yes, he's paying the $44 billion. I think that what he did was, so my point in bringing up starting my YouTube channel is that there's not a business where you don't have to play ball. You're going to have to, like, the great thing as a content creator, you don't have actually a boss, but you have YouTube that you have to worry about the algorithm. So that keeps you up at night, but it's still better than being in a cubicle or working at a corporation where you might not like the CEO, you might not like the manager, you might not like what the company's doing. Spawn Day! Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the super chat yesterday. Thank you for the super chat today. Spawn Day, thank you. Love Trucks, hello. Paul Bartlett, hello. Spawn Day, thank you so much. But the point is, like, Democrats have utilized Twitter. Let's just get to Democrats have utilized Twitter to amplify stupid ideas, but also to claim that a rebuttal or corruption on their end of the political spectrum is misinforming voters and people, okay? Democrats and media in general don't like debate or dialogue, discourse, discussion. They don't like a plethora of opinions. They want one monolithic viewpoint, and if that viewpoint isn't adhered to, lives are being lost. If you don't adhere to everything they say, because the government is never wrong, and bureaucrats are never wrong, and experts are always right. Just like the experts who said that there was no inflation last year, or inflation was temporary. Remember those experts? Jerome Powell. Spawn Day, thank you. So you have a situation where you can have a Democratic senator call up social media platforms, CEOs, and say, you know what? You're allowing information that misinforms people. Like, you're allowing information that helps the Kremlin. And anything, thank you, Judith. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Judith. Shana Tova. You're allowing information that misinforms people. And so, why does it misinform people? It promotes the idea that, Democrats are actually corrupt. And the only reason that anyone would want you to know that Hunter is potentially facing indictments for criminal behavior that is linked to Joe is because it helps the Kremlin. Just like when they say that, finding out about Bernie Sanders being cheated was a plot by the Kremlin. American girl! You're one of the hardest working content creators on here. Wish I could give you more. You are always so honest. I mean, so generous and wonderful. And thank you. You're the best, Hustle and Moxie, for sure. Thank you so very, very much. Greatly appreciated. American girl, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to look up here on my phone, American girl, and everybody here, Indy, hello, Spawn Day. I'm trying to look at my phone. Klobuchar Loomis introduced bipartisan legislation to address problems in social media algorithms. Are you kidding me? Harmful content. Amplification of harmful content. Spread information that misinforms. They want to control. I mean, these are the same. This is the same political party that wanted a ministry of information. They want to funnel all the information. Okay, hold on one second. By the Ministry of Info. Ministry of Truth. Here, Disinformation Governance Board. I mean, this is actually from 1984. You can't even make this up. It's called a rebuttal, Democrats. Find a way to get your point across aside from censoring and suppressing dialogue and speech. God forbid you might be wrong and have to deal with the consequences of being wrong. Yes, guess what? Corruption is going to help your political opponents. God forbid people find out about Hunter, they might actually vote for Trump. Because what Hunter and Joe did, infinitely worse than Trump. You can actually indict Hunter and Joe immediately. Graft and felony are pretty easy to graft and bribery are pretty easy to prove. You don't have to investigate. We're investigating Trump. 2015, we're investigating Trump. 2016, we're investigating Trump. 2017, we're investigating Trump. 2018, we're investigating Trump. 2019, we're investigating Trump. 2020, we're investigating Trump. 2021, we're investigating Trump. We're in an investigation of Trump. 2022, we're investigating Trump. You don't need to investigate Biden for that long. You already have the suspicious financial transactions, 150 of them. You already have all of that. You don't need to investigate these people for that long. Felony and bribery are pretty easy. You have emails that show pay-to-play schemes, and you have the money flow. And you have mashed potato brains Joe forcing out a prosecutor. But if you don't think that's the issue, there are other countries where, coincidentally, Democrats had favorable foreign policy towards. Specifically, the country Trump blamed for starting the madness 2 years ago. So, Judith Gurian, thank you so much. Judith, thank you. Thank you, Judith. Greatly appreciated. Shana Tova to you. Thank you so very much, Judith. So kind of you. Greatly appreciated. I cannot do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. I keep saying, I didn't have, there were people that joined, I'm not going to say who, but there were people who joined the $4 million venture capital fund that, I would never join them in a million years, but I'm just saying. There were conglomerates, let's say, or YouTube, what is it, conglomerate or networks, where you would join a network. And then, if it's a 4 million sub network, you'd get 100,000, 200,000 subs within the span of a couple of years. And if, a couple people joined in 2016, 2017, now they have 1 million subs. A couple people have 1 million subs that joined a different network, a different liberal network. And I never wanted to join anything. I just wanted to be free and be able to give my viewpoint, just be me, And then, obviously, the channel grows very slowly that way. But I do so with the help of people like Judith and everybody here. And so, American Girl and Spawn Day and everyone here. Paul Bartlett, everybody here. So, I also, interestingly enough, and Eric H526 remembers this. Ronald, hello. I got off of Twitter in late 2018. I think it was basically the January 1st, 2019. My Twitter account, Jordan B. Elon is a fan of automation. Layoffs should not be a surprise. My guess is he has enough cash at the acquisition as a pet project. I agree. To influence the political beliefs. I agree with him on many topics. Jordan B., thank you so very, very much. I think the reason, and Judith, thank you. I think the reason he did that is because the reason that Elon Musk purchased Twitter is it's not primarily to allow free speech, because that's important. It is because his adversaries and enemies would utilize Twitter to slander and defame him. That's exactly why. Jordan B. Twitter is utilized as a platform to disparage anyone you disagree, anyone who disagrees with the prevailing mentality among CNN, the Washington Post, the Democratic Party, and government officials. And you can look, ladies and gentlemen, you can look at the YouTube channels that are 1 million to 4 million subs. You can look, I'm not naming anybody, you just know who they are. They will never deviate from, some of them will criticize Ronald Jarvis. That's right, Nord Stream's still up and running, yep. Ronald Jarvis, 1776, thank you. Yep. I mean, that whole thing, Trump called that Ronald in 2018, and German officials were laughing at him. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's like the Orange Nostradamus. He said, you're going to be beholden to Russian oil and gas. Ronald, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Judith, thank you. Jordan B., you look and Twitter amplifies stupid ideas, good ideas that are not feasible, and silences any dissent. So, or any corruption. So Twitter censors post editorial board members for months. So what they did with the New York Post is what you would see. These are the authoritarians. Democrats who claim Trump is a totalitarian or a despot. It's actually the Democratic Party, Biden, and everyone else who wants a ministry of truth. And Twitter censoring any stories on corruption within the Democratic Party. So you have to understand the warped thinking. Bernie Sanders was cheated, and you will hear that 98 to 99% of the time I upload or have a live stream. I will always say that forever. Bernie Sanders was cheated. Instead of looking into the mirror and saying, oh, we have a corrupt political party, what they did was they said, it was the Kremlin that wanted you to know that we were cheating Bernie Sanders. That's how they roll. I mean, that's how they roll. Ronald, thank you so much. Jordan B., thank you. Judith, thank you. It's the equivalent, everyone, of you being caught in your bed, in your bedroom with another woman, and your wife coming in and seeing you in bed with another woman, and your wife saying, what are you doing? And if you're the Democratic Party, you say, our Russian neighbor wanted you to find out, huh? What? Yeah. Boris. Yeah. He wanted you to find out that I was in bed with another woman. But you're in bed with another woman in our bedroom. That's information that misinforms people. What really happened is that you're finding out, and other people, other countries, or other people from other countries are benefiting. Thus, you're doing the bidding of people who want to harm us. That's exactly what's taking place. Everything that's corrupt within the Democratic Party that is reported on by media is then twisted into a plot by another country to inform you. Haha, Christina, hello. It's not me. I mean, sure. You know what? You owe me an apology, honey. Okay? Because if you're helping our neighbor who's probably an operative. Diane Stewart. Hi, H. Love your show as always. Thank you, Diane. Greatly appreciated. Love the profile pic. Love the beautiful couple. Diane Stewart, thank you so very, very much. Thank you, Diane. Thank you so much. But it's like basically like, I mean, they're lying to people's faces all the time. You have mashed potato brains. He's being like ushered in by his wife. And this way, honey. And even Kamala Harris is like looking at him like, yeah, You know, like okay. At least he's not Trump. I mean, old farm show. Hello. It's like, it's like, it's unbelievable. Diane, thank you again. Angela, exactly. It's like they don't want the whole point of Twitter is to amplify, is to actually preach and pontificate. So we'll just here's an example. AOC Medicare for all tweet. Okay. Okay. Here's an example. Now, so Medicare for all is not feasible. There have been numerous studies that explain it's not feasible, and Democrats don't want anything to do with it. It's a beautiful, noble thing if it worked. Okay. So this is an example of why Twitter exists. So AOC, like Bernie, like Elizabeth Warren, funnels left-leaning voters back in the Democratic Party. And it's the pontificate. Medicare for all costs $32 trillion. It probably costs way more than that. But here, our current system costs more than that for less than Medicare for all would provide. Medicare for all aims to cover physical, dental, and mental health care for less money than the current setup. Then why won't Democrats vote for it in the House? Because they're liars. Lying. They're lying. They won't vote for it. They wouldn't even vote for it in the House of Representatives. They wouldn't even take a vote. I mean, here you have other ones. I mean, here. It's all meant, this is all meant to kind of like, this is all meant to just Medicare for all will lower your monthly bills. How? By eliminating copays and other unexpected. Yeah, but it would increase double to triple tax collection. Okay, other than that, lower and middle income families. No. Then why won't you vote for it in the House? Oh, because it's a racket. Oh, because you make millions upon millions in campaign donations saying that how great it is. So Democrats won't even do that in individual states. They're not even proposing this within individual states. Christina B. Christina, thank you so very much. Thank you so very, very much, Christina. Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. It's just here, Medicare for all, Bernie. This is a Bernie tweet. This is what it's used to lie about things that will never. It's used to lie about policies that Democrats will never enact, but hopefully will trick their constituents into believing one day they will. Medicare for all would not only guarantee health care for all people, not only save families in our entire nation significant sums of money, it would radically improve the lives of Americans and bring about significant improvements in our economy. That's why in 2016 and in Iowa 2 years ago, I was cheated by ruthless Democrats. Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I was treated very fairly, and Pete Buttigieg won in a very fair and wonderful manner. Is that good? Can I go now? Oh, and the Russians and the Kremlins, they wanted Trump to win. Okay? Bernie, why won't AOC and the House vote for it in the House of Representatives? Enough with your Michigas. You're an embarrassment. I wish you never wrote anything about me. I wish I never wrote anything also. I wish I wrote everything about Trump. I wish I was the biggest Trump supporter on the internet, not the biggest Bernie Sanders supporter. You're a complete embarrassment. You're even a greater embarrassment than that man I had to unendorse. You know the one. I endorsed him, and then I was told to unendorse him. He has 4 million subs. He gave me a million hours of airtime. But I said, the movement is bigger than one person. Medicare for all. It's like they just lie all the time. It's a place just, Denise! Denise, thank you so very much. Exactly, Eric. Denise, Christina, thank you. Thank you, Denise B. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a great evening, Denise. Thank you. So kind of you, so awesome of you. Thank you. Denise, Christina, everybody here. I can't do this without you, and I really appreciate your support, everybody. Thank you so very, very much. So, you have a situation where they just use Twitter to amplify, noble ideas that are not feasible. They lie. They use Twitter to lie, to say that one day we'll do all these great things. So vote Democrat. But Medicare for All is not a Democratic Party policy. It is a Green Party policy. Notice how there's only libertarians running. What happened to the Green Party? Every single contest, House and Senate, I don't even see one Green Party. Maybe there's one. It's always libertarians. And the libertarians, I don't get it. Like, I'm all for third party. You want a third party, but make sure that the people you're running against, like when they said, oh, well, you're going to have Clinton is so different from Trump. Like, no. In many ways, Trump was more liberal. On foreign policy, he was definitely more liberal. Okay? So he was the anti-war candidate. See, you're getting more as if foreign policy was what you focused on, which is what I focused on, I would much rather have Trump than any Lincoln Project person. I vote against the Lincoln Project. See, I got what I wanted with Trump because what I wanted with Trump, I thought I could have gotten with Bernie Sanders, but no doubt he wouldn't have been able to accomplish that. If Bernie can't even stand up for himself after he got cheated twice, he's certainly not going to stand up to the corrupt intel agencies. There was a Bernie dossier. What? You said I was at a Holiday Inn? I don't even go to... Where? Where? In Cleveland? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What Michigas? They said I did what? To whom? Oh, no. The Bernard Sanders dossier? Oh, my God. What do I have to do this time? I have to take photo ops with Hillary? Oh, jeez. I mean, they would have done the same thing to Bernie Sanders. But he wouldn't have fought back. They just I'm sorry, Grant, I'm sorry. Let me fix this. The crickets are mating. I'm sorry. If it's not the it's like Wild Kingdom in this place. Okay, hold on one second. Let me fix this. The crickets are driving me crazy. It's part of my annoying charm. Okay, hold on one second. Crickets make cricket flower. Boater's Book, hello. How are the crickets now? How are the crickets now? Can you hear them still? How are the crickets? Denise, thank you so much. How are the crickets? Christina. How are the crickets? Can you hear them? Okay, I'm just going to... If nobody's answering, I'm just going to go ahead and start a poll. Start a poll. Can you hear the crickets? Can you hear the crickets? I need an answer. Angela, hello. Okay, good. Carl, hello. Okay. It's hit and miss. .com, hello. Thank you, Christina. All right, so Bernie Sanders, okay, Twitter is also utilized to just disparage people. So Trump, he was a Kremlin operative who's a prejudiced, bigoted man who is undermining democracy. Basically, that's actually anybody the Democrats don't like. It's like that fits the mold, the mold for anyone. Let's see. Hold on. Bernie Sanders Trump tweet. Let's see what Bernie's saying about Trump. Donald Trump believes the climate. Donald Trump believes Donald Trump was an here's an example. This is from a man who was cheated by his own political party, and whose president that he campaigned for is flooding strategic petroleum reserves into the country. So who's the idiot? This is Bernie Sanders, who is trying to prop up a failed presidency that's flooding strategic petroleum reserves into the country, begging OPEC for oil. So who is the less than intelligent person? Okay, this is what this is all about. Okay, it's the kind of it's a dysfunctional high school class. In high school, you learned that a person's popularity doesn't define whether or not they're a nice person or a good person or somebody you want to hang out with. In high school, I learned very quickly that I didn't really care about if somebody was popular. I cared if they're a nice person. If they happened to be popular and a nice person, great. If they were popular and not a nice person, I didn't care if I was friends with them. And you learn that in life, in general. But this is oh my God, really? It's the same, playbook. It's the same playbook. The man most directly responsible. Here. Okay, here we go. Trump will go down in history as the worst and most president. No, he won't, Bernard. You wish that you could. Bernie Sanders wishes that he could have had the economic success and pulled Americans out of never-ending counterinsurgency conflict like Trump did. The sad reality is that Donald Trump is everything Bernie Sanders campaigned that he would be in 2016. There is a direct line between a Bernie Sanders voter in 2016 and voting for Trump. Except they cheated Bernie, and the DNC pocketed the $200 million that Bernie raised. Talk about corruption. I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. My articles on Bernie were shared hundreds of thousands of times. And I was the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. We had record low in poverty in 2019. That is the primary focus of Bernie Sanders. And here's how you know he's just a creature of politics. Trump was able to accomplish almost everything that Bernie Sanders, or almost a great many of the major policies or the major economic objectives that Bernie wanted to accomplish. We had record highs in household median income. Every demographic group was doing better than they were under President Obama in 2019. We had a record low in poverty, and since 2019, poverty has increased from 10.5% to almost 15% now. And you talk about danger, we are at risk of a nuclear confrontation and possible annihilation. So, of course, this tweet is entirely wrong and just basically written by Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who cheated Bernie Sanders. But see, that's why Bernie Sanders exists. That's why Bernie Sanders exists. American girl. They want to multiply and be counted for the next. Since, oh, the my crickets. Thank you, American girl. Thank you. You have this. Bernie Sanders is a man who's cheated by his own political party. He's not an independent. He's a Democrat. Okay, you can say independent all he'd like, but he does whatever the Democratic. How high do you want me to jump? And so he called Trump dangerous. I mean, these people, like, they don't even have any concept of the English language. They don't even understand the meaning of words. Like, everything is just, like, they just make things up. They just make things up, but that's Twitter. That's Twitter. The world is objectively less safe, more chaotic. There's a greater risk of nuclear annihilation. We already have nuclear confrontation. We have a 2008 collapse that I called in September of 2021. And Bernie, all Bernie does is just repeat whatever the Democratic Party says. And so it's like you have a situation where it is a social media platform that amplifies stupid opinions and insults, and it just goes ahead, and it's a place where you can insult Trump, but if you did that with Biden, oh my God, you would probably get suspended. You know, everyone is upset about, because information that misinforms people is called a viewpoint that Democrats or experts or media or the consensus among experts don't like. So what they'll do is they'll say this is a consensus. You know, this information. Oh my God! Here we go. Come on. Oh my God. Sorry. The same one's been biting my legs for the past 5 hours since last live stream. I keep on spraying the thing. It's like one of those B-52s. Like, you can still like fly with like the wing missing. Oh my God. So, all right, so let's see. We had record low unemployment. With 2%, with real wages up. Real wages are down 4.4%. We had inflation at 2%. Inflation is at 8 to 9% now. We're on the brink of massive layoffs. Job openings plunged by more than 1.1 million. I wonder what Bernie Sanders thinks of this, and I wonder if he thinks that Biden is Biden's policies have been harmful, or does he just not care? Because this is actually harmful to the country. Okay? Before his last year in office, when exactly, high tones, gas will. When Democrats and experts commandeered Trump's last year in office and shut down economic activity gleefully because the experts told them to do so, we were doing very well as a country. It's really a shame. It really is a shame what these people did. And it was a choice. Like, when people say, oh, well, you know, it was just a whirlwind. No. Media traumatized Americans, media traumatized people. Traumatized people. Dark Meta, hello. Media traumatized people. Like, we had to do something. We had to shut down the economy. I mean, so many people were losing their lives. Like, yes, that was a choice, though. There were other countries who didn't. Very few countries didn't, but their economies didn't plunge into turmoil and inflation, and now we have a 2008 Lehman moment awaiting us. That was a choice. The people who benefited from the political side that benefited from the hysteria, my unbelievable hysteria, is also the political side that said Trump worked with the Kremlin. There's also the political side that said Clinton would win in a landslide. They're pretty much wrong about everything. Also the political side that said inflation is temporary. Pretty much wrong about everything. So, they're pretty much wrong about everything. Job openings plunged by more than $1.1 million in August. Danny, thank you. Angela, thank you. The market's going up now, but it's just setting up for a cataclysmic fall. And it's like a real sinister thing. Like, it's so counterintuitive. It's like the stock market is diabolical in its in the manner that it pulls people in. There are a lot of people who are like, oh, yes, it's going back up. JB, hello. Once you have what has saved the financial system, ladies and gentlemen, is here. If you look, what has saved the financial system is, if you look at 36,585, right? Or year to date, okay? 36,799 went down to 28,000. Okay. So it was actually down 7,000 the other day. Okay? It took a year for that to take place. This is the Dow. It took a year for that to take place. The reason that we haven't had a 2008 moment yet is that it didn't go down 7,000 or 4,000 or 3,000 points in one day. It didn't go down 3,000 points in one day. If it does that, then you get margin calls. Then you get anyone that is actually playing the system. You get the Bernie Madoffs exposed. Okay? If it goes down 3,000 points, 4,000 points in one day, then you have a huge problem. Then you have, that's what's going to take place, unfortunately, but Mark Smith, HA, you're the best. Talk that sass. Talk that sass. Mark, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Greatly appreciated, Mark. I appreciate your support greatly. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. To my super chat, I cannot do this without you. Mark and everyone here, if the Dow Jones and NASDAQ, if they go down if they drop, we're talking 10 to 15% in a day. If they do that, or more, 20%, it goes down 6,000 points in one day. You're looking at a collapse. an absolute collapse because you have derivatives that are purchased on margin, and you have a housing crisis. You also have, all of these problems in the economy, and you have this obscene, completely irrational, like it's really like a cult. Like you have even like Bill Maher, other people say, everyone's like, I won't vote Republican because they don't take the climate emergency seriously. Like Biden is flooding strategic petroleum reserves and begging OPEC for oil. Like, I don't know. And then you have Europe doing anything possible to get oil and gas from Russia. So it's like, I don't get that. You have there's no actual, the only thing they say is, well, we have to decarbonize net zero emissions by 2030 or by this date. It's like, well, you're not going to get to that. You're not going to get to that with the current, with what you're doing now. How do we know? Because you're still using fossil fuels. You're still using, you don't have an alternative. They don't have an alternative to oil and gas. The U.S. and the global economy, 90% of the U.S. and global economy run on oil and gas and coal. So I don't get how they're going to, transform the economy so quickly. Mark, thank you so very much. Thank you, sir. Angela Goodwin, I bought some copper ingots because I realized people are in the dark about copper's value. And they are. I think you're right about that, Angela. You are awesome, extremely intelligent, and you're right about that. You're right about that. I mean, the only reason commodities have gone down in price from where they were is because of recession fears. Well, we're in a recession already. But Angela, thank you. Dark Media coffee creamer. Wow. $12. Oh my God. I was actually at a supermarket, and it's actually a really good supermarket, but it's a bit more expensive than the average supermarket. But 2 cans of tuna, it was 2 for $4. That's a lot of money. $2 per can? It's usually not $2 per can. It's like $1.20 or something like that. But everything is just more expensive. But at least Trump isn't tweeting. So that's the good thing. When Mashed Potato Brains Joe says hello to like ghosts and Abe Lincoln, hey, where's Abe at? Where's Abe Lincoln at, man? Come on now. This poor woman lost her life in a car accident, and he's asking where she is. This Democratic politician's poor woman lost her life, and he's asking where she is. I mean, he's out to lunch. The man is out to lunch, okay? He's completely out to lunch. Are you serious? Hey, man, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln, man? Come on now, man. Hey, man, come on now, man. And then he said something like recently, like the other day, he's like, I've been going after the Republicans, been hit by Republicans, hit by me. Hit by me. Yeah, hit Republicans. And then like when he speaks, like when he actually has to like give a speech or like he's reading something, not even from a teleprompter, but just like from a piece of paper, it seems like he's like running the last couple meters of like the last couple feet of a mile. Like it's just really weird. It's like, and U.S. and they don't and democracy will never. And then the last thing, Trump Republicans stink and MAGA Republicans bad for your health. and the democracy. Okay, that's right. And these are the people who are like, he's an authoritarian. He's an authoritarian. Oh my god. Oh my god. Christina, hello. Probably, James, probably. But you're going to see that 1 day drop, and it's going to be cataclysmic. It's going to be cataclysmic. And I mean, the only reason I keep saying that I've been telling everybody, there's only one reason. Just if somebody watches so they could sub. That's it. Not like I'm like, I'm not this, but when you go to the homepage of this channel, you'll see the first segment in the live stream. I mean, the first segment in the playlist. You'll see the first segment of the playlist. So, yeah, I saw cash flow. Yeah, it's tough too because it was like a natural disaster, and now they're not even trying to convince people. Every natural disaster, like, I think we've proven ourselves. What? It's a tornado. What are you talking about? Or a hurricane. Sorry. Thank you, Paul Bartlett. Thank you. Yes, they do. They have the circuit breakers, but after they go down, they can continue to go down. And they can like in 2020, the circuit breakers were like 3 or 4 in 1 day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. Dazed, hello. Thank you very much. Dazed 8833. Thank you very much for the kind words. Thank you, Christina B. Thank you. I just when God forbid, unfortunately, that stock market, the 1 day crash takes place, because I predicted the crash. We're seeing the crash. Rick, thank you. But the 1 day crash, it's going to be cataclysmic, and then you'll see that 2008 moment, but it's going to be probably worse, a lot worse than 08. A lot worse. And yeah, I mean, getting back to my point, it's like, thank you, Dark Meta, thank you. And so, real quick, before I go, any natural disaster, and it's like, I think we've proven now that, the climate issue is important. Then why are you flooding strategic petroleum reserves? Why is he flooding strategic and begging OPEC that just cut production? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, everyone, to my super chat. I cannot thank you enough. Everybody here, thank you so very much. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. Be here for the live stream. I should have a live stream tomorrow at around... let's see. I'll definitely have one about 5 or so, but I'll try to do one earlier, or I might do an upload. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. Thanks, everybody. Watch the short also, my latest short on this channel. Thanks, everybody.